Hidden deep in the Texas Panhandle is a place most people drive past without a second thought. A place with a mysterious past, a vanished lake, and an ecosystem fighting to survive in one of the harshest landscapes in America. This is Buffalo Lake National Wildlife Refuge, and today we're diving and driving into its secrets. But here's the twist. Buffalo Lake doesn't actually have a lake. So why does it attract scientists, birders, road trippers, wildlife enthusiasts, and anyone craving big skies and wild stories? Because this place is much more than a dried up basin. It's a living example of how nature adapts, endures, and surprises us. Our story begins in the 1930s, the era of the dust storms, so fierce that entire towns disappeared beneath the rolling walls of dirt. To fight erosion and bring life back to the plains, the U.S. government purchased the land and built Umbarger Dam on Tierra Blanca Creek in 1938. The result was Buffalo Lake, a blue oasis stretching across nearly 2,000 acres, attracting fishermen, campers, and countless migrating birds. For decades, the lake shimmered like a jewel in the middle of the Texas Panhandle. Over time, underground aquifers dropped, springs dried up, and then, the biggest blow, the dam was condemned and the remaining water was drained. Just like that, Buffalo Lake was gone. What remained was a cracked, quiet lake bed, but also the beginning of something new. In 1959, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service stepped in and transformed the area into the Buffalo Lake National Wildlife Refuge. Instead of giving up on the land, they embraced it for what it could become, a sanctuary for birds, grassland animals, and one of the most endangered ecosystems in North America, the shortgrass prairie. This was no longer a lake, it was a rebirth. Don't let this empty lake fool you. This place is bursting with life. Because the refuge sits directly on the central flyway, it draws in everything from warblers and tangers to hawks, falcons, and majestic eagles. Even with no lake, the remaining moist soil areas still attract migratory flocks during the right seasons. Mule deer, coyotes, bobcats, quail, badgers, they all roam these plains. This is the real Texas wilderness, the kind you rarely see unless you know where to look. Here's something most people never realize. Shortgrass prairie once covered hundreds of millions of acres. Today, only small fragments remain. Buffalo Lake protects one of the best surviving pieces of authentic Panhandle prairie. It's so rare and so valued that 175 acres within the refuge was designated a National Natural Landmark, a protected snapshot of what the Great Plains looked like before fences, farms, and highways. All right, guys, after stopping for a little bite to eat, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, those Uncrustables, you can't beat those. So there's only a couple campers maybe up here. One of them is using a camping van, and I think another one maybe had a tent. There's just a pickup over here. But anyway, I like to bring ducks along. If you've been watching my videos, you kind of get that I pass these out a lot of times. But I didn't anticipate seeing anybody here today. It's a wildlife refuge, and pretty much it's left to the wildlife to be out here. And so I'm going to leave this little duck right here on the table, and hopefully somebody will pick that up before it blows away, and maybe it'll be you. If you catch this duck, don't hit that QR code. Maybe you'll get to this channel and see yourself here, or see the duck anyway. If you happen to pick up the duck, leave me a comment, let me know you got it. But let's continue on with this adventure. You don't have to be a wildlife expert to enjoy Buffalo Lake. Here's what you can explore on your visit. The Auto Tour Loop. A peaceful drive through scenery straight out of a Western. You might spot deer, raptors, and of course, lots of prairie dogs. Cottonwood Canyon. Woodlands tucked inside a canyon valley. A surprising burst of green in the middle of the plains. During migration, this place lights up with songbirds. Prairie Dog Trail. Up-close views of living prairie dog colony. Watch them chirp, stand guard, and pop in and out of their burrows. With almost zero light pollution, the night sky is stunning, and sunrise absolutely unforgettable. It reminds us that nature doesn't always need water to survive. Sometimes it just needs space. Before we wrap up, here are some fascinating facts you probably didn't know. Buffalo Lake once held over 18,000 acre-feet of water when it was full. Parts of the refuge still show old bison wallows from historic herds. Over 300 species of birds have been recorded here, more than many major national parks. When rare storms hit, the old lake bed can still briefly refill, turning the refuge into a temporary oasis. So the next time you're near Umbarger, Texas, slow down, turn off the highway, and step into a landscape where the past and present collide. Where a lost lake gave birth to a living prairie, and where wildlife still thrive under huge Texas skies. This is Buffalo Lake National Wildlife Refuge, a forgotten treasure of the High Plains. If you enjoyed this journey, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment with your favorite hidden places in Texas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Okay, so as I'm getting to the entrance of Buffalo Lake, it's up around the corner here and to the left. Anyway, I'm coming around this bend right here, this little curve, and I look up on the cliff face and I see this shrine. So Let me show you what it looks like from here. So can you see that? It's right up there in that little, it's like they hollowed it out. Somebody built a whole shrine up there, and some flowers are up there. Man, my curiosity gets the best of me. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Let's go up there and check it out. Here's a little trail. You can kind of see it up there. Wow, okay. We're gonna check this out together here. And if you're coming from the other direction, you would never see this. Huh. Okay. There's a little statue of Jesus up there. It's got like a bunch of flowers, some candles. Bunch of candles, look at that. Right there, a bunch more candles. Hopefully they don't leave those lit around here. But they had to actually, let me see, how you come around here. I don't know if that's a natural indentation right there, or if they had to actually use some webbing and stuff, and they had to screw that into the side. Man, that's kind of crazy. Look at this trail. There's got to be some significance to this. Somebody built this, and then they brought it up here. Looks like at one time they must have had this staked into something. Yeah, you can see a stake back here in the back on that webbing. Got a place for a candle right there, it looks like. It's got like a little, it says St. Judas on the bottom of that. I didn't think Judas, I don't think he was such a good guy, was he? Was he the one, he's the one that betrayed Jesus. Kind of crazy, that's just bizarre, isn't it? They even have, look at this, check it out. They've got like concrete they poured up here to create a little slab with a drain hole right here so that water doesn't collect underneath it. They put some serious time. They had to haul that concrete up here, water, mix it. Wow, this is really interesting. Maybe more interesting than Buffalo Lake. I don't know. Crazy, crazy, crazy. If you guys have any ideas or you know something about this, if you're in the area and know who put this shrine, look how far off my car's right down there. There's my Jeep. That's the hiking trail to get up here. And if you guys know something about this shrine, man, I'd love to know more about it. That's crazy. All right, next time.